What's up, people? It is finally Friday. It's actually some good lighting out. Let me just open it like a little so I can get like a little bit of light, but not too much. Okay, there we go. I'm wearing my sweater again because it's still cold, and I'm kind of debating whether or not to shoot my choreo video later, but hey, what you gonna do? Anyway, Vai Anitta premiered last night. It came out like at 10, the release schedule, I don't know. I think it came out Brazilian time at midnight, and it just came out in the US here. So yeah, I got through the first episode last night, and the rest I watched it throughout the morning. I originally thought it was gonna be like 10-hour long episodes, but then I saw it was 30 minutes, so I was like, okay, 10 30-minute ones, 5 hours. But now it's only 6 episodes. I was like, what? I hope season 2 is coming soon, because man, I'm still gypped. But I still loved it though. I still loved it. So I'm just gonna go through a quick review of, you know, what we saw like per episode, because this is not usually something I usually do with docuseries. So, you know, this is kind of a new thing. Hang on, let me fix the stand. I'm recording this on my laptop. It has like a little thing stand on it. Let me fix it here. Okay, let's just move it back a little. Like a little. Okay. Alright, now I'm more comfortable with my chair. Okay, so in episode 1, we get to meet Anitta and know who she is and where she came from. She grew up, you know, kind of, you know, the same way everyone grows up. They grew up basically poor. She states that they grew up poor. They had like a one flat house. They would sleep in on top of each other. You know, it was just, you know, a very part of Cerro in Brazil that, you know, people really couldn't afford much. And, you know, the family has fully supported her ever since she was a kid, that she wanted to be a singer and entertainer. So she started singing, and around 2013 she became, not 2013, was it 2013? Yes, 2013. She started to become mainstream in Brazil primarily. Then when she wanted to go international, she and her brother went out to LA. She'd go door to door with different labels and different meetings with all these exec people. They would always tell her no, and you know, that got to her a lot. It wasn't until the John and Sammy of Shots Productions, who are managing and producing stuff for Ruby and Lele, who you've probably seen on YouTube, they took a chance on her and saw the potential and talent that she had, because she's such a popular artist in Brazil. And that's really something that is really cool, because you had, you know, a company who's brand new, who sees potential in people that other big labels really can't, because they feel like they're not going to get enough market of it. They took a chance on Anitta, and they became a family instantly, and I just love that part. We also saw how the team came together. We had, you know, John and Sam, who are brothers. We had a whole production team. She has a lot of international managers, so yeah, I don't know how she keeps up. Pooh Bear, who worked with Justin Bieber, you know, he came along and actually helped Anitta with her first English record, which is like really cool, because I listened to Pooh Bear's album this year, and it's really good. So the fact that he helped with Anitta on her first couple of songs is really awesome. We also get to see Anitta's work ethic and see how she goes about, you know, putting out her music. And, you know, it's the same thing that I always say to my American artists. You have to release a song and a video within a certain time frame. Like, she releases her song along with the video, and, you know, several artists do that, but some of them wait like months to post a video. I'm just like, we're gonna forget about the song if we don't have a video. And she said the same thing. It's like, the song's gonna disappear if you don't have a video along with it. And it's really cool to see her go about that. And she doesn't go by the playbook, but she knows the playbook. You know, she knows, like, kind of, she doesn't go by like the old school playbook. She goes by the relevancy playbook, kind of like now. It's basically like the new age playbook when it comes to the music industry. We also get to meet her her ex-husband, but her husband at the time of filming. So Tiago, we find out episode 2 that they actually met at a show she was hosting in May of 2017, and basically how she basically felt like she lost him because she actually threw up on him in the, coming back from a bar. But yeah, we get into episode 2. She films her video of Alesso, Is That For Me? And the day after the shoot was done, they eloped in the Amazon rainforest. I'm just like, wow, that's simple and cool. A lot of like Latin Americans are like asking, when was the wedding? Where's the pictures at? And it's like, you know, their relationship is really, from what we watched, it's like you really get to understand, like, he sees her beyond the fame and the lights and the glam. He loves the person that Anitta is, and that's really sweet. But at the same time, there's a little bit of, you know, kind of cracks we see with him. You know, he gets, you know, filled under pressure, you know, being in the spotlight along behind his wife. And, you know, there are times where, like, he kind of acted like, you know, kind of, there is disagreement when you're married, but, like, kind of disagreements are kind of like, you know, you don't do side comments, just like, eh. And maybe, I think with season 2, when we do get it, we're going to probably see kind of the downfall kind of the marriage. And, you know, basically what happened and what went wrong. So, that's my little side prediction of that. So, into episode 3, we get to see the making of Downtown with J Balvin in New York. They get the producer Sky on it. They recorded it within hours. It's crazy how she got a record done within hours, which is so cool. She also discussed her love for funk music and how it's like kind of like, you know, a newer, like a different version of reggaeton, because you always have those songs that have like the subversions. Like, you know, you have pop, then there's also Korean pop, there's country pop, there's, you know, R&B pop. Yes, there's R&B pop, there is. And, you know, you get to see how she expands on that and how kind of a person she is. And, you know, she gave a chance for her friend, JoJo, to actually sing with her and actually, you know, start her career in music, which is really dope. Episode 4, we get to see Anitta, and basically she reveals that she has been going through depression for the longest time. It was first started when her brother dropped out of school, you know, to help her. She felt really bad. Also, they recall an event where they actually got mugged and they stole his car, and she pretended to be her own assistant just to make sure she was safe and everyone else around her was okay. She would save money throughout a year to get her brother a new car, and, you know, that's really sweet of her to do, because honestly, and her brother and their relationship as siblings is really just so genuine, because she asked him to work alongside her as her manager and, you know, her producer, because she felt like she could trust him in the sense, because the music industry can be so toxic, it has some really shady people there, and he was willing to take a chance on his sister because he knew that she had the potential to be something great. Also in this episode, we also saw how the critics always like attack her image. She had a nip slip during a performance at Musica in 2016, I think. And, you know, basically they criticized her. The outfit was a last minute thing that, you know, she had no control over. You know, it was a wardrobe, you know, miscommunication. They had to bring a substitute in. She had that on. And, you know, also she defended one of her dancers who was gay. Someone threw a can at him and she called him out. And the headlines were rolling around. That's why a lot of people always be commenting about, oh, what did you say about gay people? Like, the media will spin something that you do so many times, and that's take a toll on her too. So, you know, you see how much of, you know, emotional roller coaster that she goes through as a celebrity, that fame isn't always the thing that makes you happy all the time. So, we cut to, you know, Anita's sense of humor is just really crazy. She likes to prank people a lot. Sometimes she breaks in a really serious way where people are gonna like really kind of like worried and felt like they did something wrong or it's a really tough situation, and then she immediately starts laughing. I'm just like, dude, dang. You know, she did it to her manager when one of the producers was kind of basically like, you know, cutting people out and kind of being like sort of mean towards her in the studio booth. And then she did it again with JoJo. She wanted to bring out a surprise during Carnival in episode 5, but the captain of like the Carnival knew she was here, and he asked her to come up and sing, and she just sang one song, and then Anitta was upset. The management team's getting mad at JoJo. She's like, I don't care. She basically says like, it's not my fault. He hasn't sing. I couldn't say no. And, you know, basically she was put on the spot, and then he was like, psych! I'm like, damn. Like, it's kind of like confusing. I'm like, dude, That's some serious pranks. Like, dang. Oh my goodness. So yeah, with episode 4, we also see her recording with Rita Ora on a song that we don't know about. Like, when is that getting released? Is that gonna be on her? Is that gonna be on Anita's next her English album, or is it gonna be on Rita's album? I mean, because I know Rita doesn't have any features, but I need to know: is this a secret feature we don't know about? Someone answer in the comments down below. Have they done this song already? I don't know where it is. Okay, so with episode 5, we get to see Carnival, and we see her talk about sticking to her roots, and basically her going through vocal therapy, and that's what we always see her with an oxygen mask, on Instagram and in the trailer for the special, is because her vocal ability, she puts herself so much, and she goes through physiotherapy, and it's just a lot, a toll on her body that she needs to slow down. She also talked about being outspoken, and she doesn't care what the critics think of her as like ugly or rude or disrespectful. She says what she says, and she owns up to it. She has the no BS rule just like me, which is really cool. Alright, so episode 6, we get into her talking about her insecurities. She says like she's had plastic surgery before because she was called ugly as a kid growing up, and she said that she's open to talking about it. It's just that the people, like the media, want to spin into something into kind of a negative. And she's all about body positivity, whether you want to stay natural, you want to make a change to make yourself happy and not someone else happy. And it's really cool. So one thing I didn't know is that in Decena, her song, I didn't know the music video was an actual live music video. I thought it was like a premiere video that they're posting. And I'm like, where is that? Where is it? I remember because I was waiting for it, and I had to go to class the next day, and I had to go to class right after. I was like, okay, it ain't working. Turns out they had it all planned. She wanted to do a live music video for her birthday. Her team thought it was crazy, and she was like, let's do it. They did it at their house. They did a YouTube live. People came in late. The live wasn't working. She ripped her pants. She was just like, we'll fix it. And they get it done, and it's just really, really cool. She also received the award for Make a Difference, and she received it from always representing Brazil and making a difference in the country, which is really cool. A funny thing she did was she actually got sequins and drew like a little penis on the side. It was just like, she's so hilarious. Also, she filmed JoJo's first mini music video with her, and they actually went back to Hornero to shoot it because they wanted to shoot it with their old friends. They didn't want a big budget production like a lot of artists do in mainstream. She just wanted simple and tasteful, and she really has that kind of just like you want to stick to the idea and meaning with the song rather than just like have like a big production and figuring out like what the heck does this even relate to the song to, which I found really, really amazing. So my overall follow the docuseries, it felt really good to just see like how she came to be. I felt like we dealt with like the introduction a lot in the first episode, considering it's so condensed into 6 episodes. I would say it's been explaining it really well. We get to see a lot of stuff and like production, everything. It went through everything a lot. What I would have wished is that we had a couple more episodes. I know they had to cut production because she had another, she had to go through depression. She had another wave of depression. I totally understand. I have those all the time. So I think season 2 will be the other 6 episodes or maybe more, and that's going to be from mid 2018 to the end of this year, because I know Veneno was probably the EP. Why am I saying Veneno right now? I know the EP was in November. She's been working on it for a long time. The Trilingual album, we have her doing Medicina. We also going to see her with a divorce. We're going to see her at the Latin AMA, Latin Grammys. So I think season 2 will probably come out in the spring. So probably we're going to see that, later on, maybe next year. So let me know if you guys think of the Vai Anitta docuseries. What did you think about it? Have you watched it already? Hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button on my channel. I'll be back later with more video updates. It's going to be a long day, guys. Anyways, your go, peace out. More love. Have a great weekend. Bye.